let's get into the new album, right? One thing I liked it, well, I loved, is the sounds new and classic at the same time. At the same time, it's like you can't you know it's classic, but it's also that new flavor. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So this is a question that I think I know the answer. Did y'all make the project together? Meaning y'all was in the same studio at the same time?
We had to be.
Yeah, okay. It felt that way.
Like that. That's what I told you.
Remote recording is a great concept where you got Jigga on the East Coast, you got Rick Ross or Rick Rock on the West, and they just share the send the files and we'll mix it. Right. There's no synergy with that. You know what I mean? There's it's semantics. It's work. It's like we got the vocals. All right, go ahead. Upload them, and they start putting his plugins on them, send it back. Y'all like it, man? Take some of the plugins, It's what. But when you right there doing it and y'all agree immediately, it makes the project move that much faster because we'll play with a song and it'll be like, that's enough. We ain't got to do shit else. We'll do something right away. Like, if he need to change a vocal, I go out of the room. I go in there and start cooking, making tacos or whatever. My man is in there. He's a Pro Tools power user and it's typing quiet, turn to the mic, what? Doing this shit, lay his vocals, he's like, all right, I got that. Then I'll come and change it because we got two different styles of using Pro Tools. I'll switch it back to my way and be short key. I'll be trying to show him my shortcuts. He's like, I learned it one way, I'm keeping it one way. Okay, I ain't see out of your business. Then niggas, celebrities start popping up and shit. I'm in there, this nigga in there, what? Wiz come in, the game, what? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is walking in.
So even the features was done together?
Yeah,
goddamn
everything was done in 40 days, bro. I like to call it like elevated nostalgia. It's like we want to make sure that the album started with what Quik's fan base is known for, but with using newer sounds, and then me thinking of where the West is about to go or where the world's about to go. That's where you get the Capes and Knowledge, the Channel Treasures on the second half. So everything was done intentional. As far as the features, though, like the ones that are the people from LA, they came. But Jay Worthy, bro, you're gonna hear his name a lot in this interview. Once we brought him in to do like the A&R stuff, I would get a call like, yo, send me that beat. And then a day later, a Currency feature pop up. Or send me that other one. Larry June feature will pop up. Send me that other one. CeeLo will pop up. And you're like, oh shit. So now we're like building around them. Or,
the features,
yeah, we're FaceTiming. I'm FaceTiming Lil Jon. Like, oh, how you want to do this? Boom, boom, boom. Bro, that 40 days was madness. I've never done an album like that ever.
You forgot, Lil Jon was preparing for the Super Bowl, so he didn't have time.
Wow.
But made time to be on that workout.
Wow.
And sent it back. He was like, I wish I could have had one time. I would have gave it to you.
Man, he was crazy. He's like, yo, bro, Usher rushing me right now, but I'm finna send you over. I'm like, at the time, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna take what you got. Next week, this nigga on the Super Bowl. The week before his biggest moment, he's sending us out something for Chupacabra, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro. Shout out to John.
Goddamn, shout out to John, bro. But coming into this project, knowing, and then this is a question for you, knowing Quik's history, right? You know that he's done all legendary shit. He's done all iconic shit.
Thanks.
Was that like a burden on your back? Because you don't want to be the one project.
But y'all had a relationship already, right? Y'all cool. It's not like brand new.
This fucked up the legacy.
Right.
It's not a lot on you.
Honestly, it's like it was the complete opposite. Like you can't fuck it up when you're around something this great because he's not gonna let you. He'll stop you. Like nope. I'm not putting my name on this if it don't work. I've seen him do it with other artists. So I knew what it was going in. And you know what I'm saying? And he knows where I want to go. And he knows I'm ready to push the limit. Like, he the one who reminds me to stay dangerous when we do music.
Wow. So
long as I stay under the tutelage of what he's been teaching me since we met in 06, 07, like, I'm like, nah. And plus, I'm telling you, it was a new house, bro. I walk in and he hadn't put the plaques up yet. So they were just stacked all up on his fireplace, and I'm talking about All Eyes on Me right here, Janet Jackson right here, Black Album right here. No, there's no way in hell we're not gonna make an amazing album with this type of vision in front of me every fucking day, bro.
Vision board right here,
right? It's like 200 million in plaques right here every day. Like, then he's making fire tacos. Sorry, good. My bad. He's popping champagne, and he just made it feel like he let me make it feel like it was my home, bro. And it just for me, it's like this is the reason why I do music, bro. I'm a young kid from Compton. Listening to Safe and Sound so I won't get in trouble on the low. And for him, first time I even got to really see him, Bro, Terrence Martin brought this nigga to my house at 1 in the morning. They were working on Ego Tripping. He like, yo, I gotta pee. I'm like, what you mean? Just open the door. This nigga come running in my house in Compton in 2008. It's like, I gotta pee, blood. Like, at the time, I ain't worth shit. I'm like, oh my God, nobody's gonna believe this nigga Quik is in this house peeing, bro. So I had to take a picture of my mom's face because it was like 1 in the morning. So then my nigga say, hey, blood, you hungry? I'm like, yeah. He like, I'm about to go make homemade pasta and homemade pies from scratch. You wanna go to the studio?
Right.
We went to the grocery store. This nigga literally made pasta from scratch and apple pies that night. I swear to God, this was my first real encounter with him.
Pasta bolognese.
I swear.
Your idol cooked for you.
It was 1 in the morning. He's flying through Compton out. Of course, I don't know what they were doing. They were doing something.
You're doing cocaine.
There it is. but they came by the water up here.
Oh, no.
I'm joking.
Cheers.
By the way, I love the champagne. I've been saving this shit for so long for a special moment, and this is a special moment, man. This is a special moment.
He left out something important.
Okay.
After I came out, washed up, came out of the bathroom, I look up, and this nigga got a studio in the den like I had. That's how I came up. Like, Quik's name was done in a kitchen nook with my turntables on the ironing board. So I seen him with it. I'm like, remember?
Yeah.
It's like, you got a studio? I'm sitting up there, he's showing me little shit on Pro Tools. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna learn that, but we gotta go back to the studio, nigga. Hey, pull up.
I had one of my partners, you know what I'm saying, that used to do the things he used to do. He knew I did music, so he came by one day and just like, bro, hey, blood, I got all this equipment. I don't know what you need, but just take what you need. So I started building this studio in my family.
Engineer yourself?
Yeah, engineer. I was a producer first. So yeah, engineer, mix. Not like this though. But to the level that I can get it to.
Self-sufficient when it comes to that.
Yeah, for sure.
But Quik, let me ask you a question. Right? I guess it's a two-part question because it never seemed like you had a dry time. It just seems like you always been, for lack of a better term, that nigga. Right?
Thank you, bro.
You always been that nigga, and not only that, it always seemed like you was never out of the loop. Sometimes when a person can continue to be that person, they won't relate to the new generation, or they'll be out of the loop or something. How do you maintain that? Because to me, it seems like you in the loop and you've never kind of like fell off or had a dry spell. That shit is amazing to me.
I appreciate that. You know, I just looked at, you know, we have our times to be effective in hip hop. And sometimes some of us push it too much and put out records a little too early just because we caught a wave with the last record you want to cash in. I did that one time. I followed Rhythmalism with Balancing Options, and I didn't quite finish Balancing Options. Plus, my homeboy Mossberg was murdered during the time I was making that record. So I didn't finish it with the quality. My thing is quality. I love quality control. I love making sure shit sound good and last forever. That's my whole thing. But when that part came, and I put out that record and it didn't go, it didn't plaque. That was my first record that didn't plaque. So that was like a signal to Arista, like, you hit the wall, that's it.
You said Arista?
Get out. Yeah, I was on Arista. Clive Davis was my boss, you know, shout out to Clive. So then I asked for a release. I was like, maybe it's time for me to sit down. I got a record that didn't plaque. And I, you know, being a kid, I should have shut the fuck up and just sat down and saved my budget till later, till when it was time. But I stopped doing my shit and then just started fucking with everybody else. Like I just went underground, got a release from Arista, then went start fucking with Dr. Dre with the Eminem and 50 Cent shit. And I went fucking with R&B shit. I was like Dina Howard and, you know, Deborah Cox and Janet Jackson. And, you know, I just was producing like fuck it, I'm gonna just stay underground and, you know, pull up to these studios in a little, you know, the little E-class Benz, not the big S, you know, just jumping out with a drum machine. I even moved to fucking New York for 3 years, bro, in 2000 before the towers fell.
Really?
I was living in Chelsea Village, son.
Wow.
Fucking, I was on 6th and 27th. I was on Avenue of the Americas in 27th Street.
So a person is looking and saying that, like, because, like, again, your career is just luxurious, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people who are here on Monday that'll be going on Wednesday.
Yeah, say that.
And you've last to have this crazy career. If a kid is looking at that right now and saying, I want to base it behind DJ Quik, what advice would you say to them?
Oh man, it's a tough road, but you have to keep believing in what you do, even if don't nobody else believe it. Because sometimes you have to make them understand that they need to believe in what you're doing. And they'll do that with your being consistent. After a while, it's like, if you can't beat them, arrange to have them beaten. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm sorry, join them.
And I think you mentioned quality. I think that's a key thing too to you.
Yeah.
Like everything you put out is quality, and it's the consistency of the quality. A lot of people don't care about the quality. They just might be consistent, no quality at all. But your stuff always sounded good. It was on point. It always was. The quality was right there.
That was one of the best things about the album too, was the sequencing and how it was all put together. Like how it all sounded clear.
That's this guy over here.
It didn't sound. It sounded like your engineer was working.
Yeah, right.
We were. We were, bro. I mean, I think the beauty of us both being engineers makes it where you're not waiting or having to tell somebody your ideas. It's like if he hears something, he can hey, get up here, I got it. And then he can execute it and then go back to what he's doing. If I'm like, hey, I want to make this delay clap like this, he'll just hop up, sit down, whoop. So it made it go real fast. And the luxury already, he's DJ Quik, but we're doing a song and it's probably about to get mixed right when we're done.
Right.
So it just cuts the time down. You know what I'm saying? Right. The signal flow is going in perfect because of all the clocks he got. And if he get to talking clocks and synergy of what
A to D, G to A,
the way it goes through, bro, it's to the point where we didn't have to mix shit. Like I'm already going in mixed. As he dialed in my voice, it was crazy. It was crazy.